be Renata Glass. And I think generally that looks really good here, actually. A lot of these champs are really running into you. Keeping the Jinx alive is gonna be
Yeah.
a it's gonna be a
Tempo instead of Kaiser Halo Blade, that's unique right there.
wow. Let's go.
God bless rune diversity.
God
Two
bless
five
rune diversity.
points. 2 5 points is not what I asked for. They aren't doing what I wanted them to do.
Okay, so here's the thing. We have the annual pause. Every time you pause in game. Now the thing is, actually, I think we're very close to them being live. The delay can't be more than like 30 seconds. I think. So, nope. We'll see things in real time, I guess. But
I'm
regardless,
sure there will be streams, so.
Spore's gonna be starting in this top side, having a little dance together.
We got some
Really
dancing. Oh, Oswald, no.
Also interested in the dance party. Gonna get that first
Oswald.
strike proc. We'll see if it was worth actually. We'll get a look at the. I can't check first strike gold, can I? Not in. No, not in the replay client. I can't. No. So you're getting ganked first. So. Some words of battle coming out from Momo Deviluk, who's going to be starting on his blue buff, pathing up towards his top side. Rek'Sai, or Spores, starting on her chicken breast. She's probably going to go straight into red buff, and then maybe down to Krugs. I'm not really sure. But
Red Krug's level 3 gang bot lane, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, Slightly Solaray and Wesley are both just going to be... They're not going to fake leash, they're just going to sit on this wave. Bot lane, a little bit of an advantage. Get that push early on into the lane. And, you know, I would like to see a little bit of proactive play and aggression. I was about to say aggressiveness. Aggression from both teams. They've got the comps to do it. They've got some strong earlers, maybe excluding the Jinx and the Renata. But no, I don't actually know how this thing goes.
Rek'Sai's time is pretty bad now. It doesn't look like a gank bot's gonna be possible. I wonder if they'll just.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if playing for the push was ideal if you were planning, unless of course you were planning to just clear Krug straight back up to your top side. But I just feel a little bit inefficient. Wesley gonna win with that early Zenith blade. A lot of damage can get onto him, and wow, he's brought down very, very weak right at the start of the lane. Woods is going to go in here. Good disengage with the cannon with that E. And Outlaw,
great back on the other one. We saw the Kaiser passive proc.
Outlaw almost 2 full camps ahead of Spores in his clear here.
Top player doesn't exactly look gankable either.
Yeah, it's I think the 2 lanes that you probably wanted to go, neither of which going the way you'd expect. But she is going to go for an early invade. You'd see on the map that direct camera will never show us. Just going to get a ward onto that blue buff. And now they've spotted out Spores early.
Moving up the Krugs. Not looking for the scuttle grab. Are looking for the scuttle grab, never mind.
Yeah, he's gonna skip the Krugs. Does have first move in top lane, and if I can have a look at it, and in mid lane as well. Oswald aware of something going on over the wall, and the Q almost taking away that skullcraft from Deviluk, but he's gonna go for the gank into mid lane here. Actually straight.
He lands.
A little bit of damage there to Oswald. He's gonna go straight on good jamming. That's big damage for the chase.
Phase Rush pretty much secured the safety.
Knows
we are seeing Sejuani now hovering the bot side where there is a ward in the river brush, so.
Yeah,
Sejuani's
we'll
looking for the crowd.
Beautiful Jamie getting a big trade onto this reactor. But the Sejuani is going to come bot here, has been spotted out, but it's not going to matter. It's a big flash Q from Gardevoir on Wesley. Most definitely going to fall to those chompers. Oh, he's going to be able to get the flash over. The stun coming into Sejuani as well. Maybe a little bit of a waste of the flash there from Enix. And it's first blood to Granny Spanner.
Yeah, that's first blood to Granny Spanner. I mean, not what I expected, but I'm glad it worked out. I didn't think it would, honestly, seeing the river bush, but Wesley was so far up. Great flash key from Gardevoir.
Yeah, for sure. Really big setup for that gank from from Momo Deviluke, and it's advantage.
Yeah, it's
Stellaron.
pretty important kill, I'd say.
Yeah.
They really need Jinx to be ahead if they want something to happen in
Spores
bot lane.
gonna come in
Rek'Sai-
into this mid lane, Duke jamming, gonna be able to use that dash to get away, had the Sun Soldier ready behind him. And I don't think Spores, did Spores miss her W there?
I think he might have been
Okay,
out for
casting 101, fantastic, we're too good at
I
this
think he
now.
might have been out of range. That's my answer.
And Momo Deviluke dropping the told you, or warned you bro. And slightly smaller A, or Westy, excuse me. The old teammate of Momo Deviluke from last season. Gonna fall first. And I think we're gonna go into a little bit of a lull state around the map. Everyone getting those first resets in.
I can imagine Rek'Sai looking for a kill here onto the Jinx.
Yeah.
To stop the snowball.
Momo Deviluke gonna path straight down to his upcoming blue rush. And Spores is just gonna back. Everyone getting those first backs in, like I said. Duke jamming the only one still yet to take a recall of his own. And bot lane just looks like it's going to be very, very tough from this one onwards with the early kill on that Jinx.
Absolutely. It's not easy to try and work your way back into a lane against Renata. Very hard to get like a random kill.
Yeah.
It's usually gotta be followed up by a gank.
But yeah, the final reset on the map from Duke jamming picks up that early lost chopper and a pair of slippers to go with it. And you can see if you look towards top lane, because directed camera is definitely not helping you there. All three members of the top lane GTL looking top lane, but there's a big fight going on bot lane as well. Momo Deviluke is here, you don't know where the enemy jungler is. And slightly smaller A, one more auto attack to get that stun down. It's the second kill for Granny Splatter. And slightly smaller A, he's going to be slowed, and he's going to be hit by that final rocket. And 3 kills on their Jinx for Granny Splatter at 7 minutes. A slice of Maelstrom in top lane, just for a little bit of self-heal. But a really just unneeded set of deaths there for GTL. You know that your jungler, you know that both your jungler and your mid laner are both topside, and
Yeah.
and Momo Deviluke is off the map. You can't be in the river at this point in the game.
Yeah, no, I don't even know what they were trying to contest, to be honest. It was very, very, very strange for them to be there. Even if Sejuani wasn't there, it's not like they're winning the 2v2 right now. But I mean, this just solidifies the lead. We're seeing Berserkers on Jinx.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot to come back. But Spores, again for the second time this game, coming out of the enemy jungle into Duke jamming's face.
Getting deja vu for that one. Isn't that exactly what happened last time?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I think Momo Deviluke knows more than Spores thinks he does. Might be a little bit of a skirmish coming out in this top side over this red buff. Spores does have level 6, does have that ultimate available. But both mid laners going to be rotating up for this, and Enix is going to be rotating down, and Spores is in a world of hurt here, going to dive straight on top of that reaction. The stun's going to come out, the knock-up not going to be enough to get her away, the Dominus is going to come out, that is a very, very, very strong crocodile, and it's a big Sejuani ult into a big stream of shuffle, Juicy Witch manages to flash away, Oswald managing to do the same, and it is all Stellaron on all parts of the map. Advantages everywhere. Momo Deviluke's not quite had enough yet. A little bit more harass onto Oswald in this mid lane. And really it's just being outclassed in every point in the map.
Yeah, really, really weird for the Rek'Sai to walk into red buff there.
It's this weird aggression, but it just feels like unjustified. But
I mean, Sejuani doing the same thing, but has the teammates to back her up this time. I mean,
yeah, and Oswald is backing in mid lane, but it's not even going to matter. Spores manages to tunnel over that wall and gets away with her life because he's going to lose so much. He's choosing not to recall.
yeah.
Pinboard on the split up, she can contest. Westy is here. And Ludo's going to go down. It's a big Leona ult into the middle, and Momo Deviluke, excuse me, is going to be caught out and killed. And I'm going to eat my words because the overstay when.
Yeah, I mean, it was exactly what DDL just
yeah,
did.
literally, yeah, exactly what they just did and got punished for. And Enix going to be able to dash away and use that blast one over the wall to get out. Jamming, taking so much damage from this chase in the early game. Westy is here on mid lane as well. The Gardevoir is here to match it. Shreem and Shuffle is up and ready, and Oswald is here, and the Shreem and Shuffle is going to completely whiff, and Oswald's going to get away with his life, but Gardevoir flashes forward. A Berserk straight onto his support, and Westy is in no man's land. The Jinx Rocket just goes wide, and Westy's not going to get away with his life. He's going to die to Dooku Jamming, who's going to be traded in the process for Spores. 2 kills onto the Rek'Sai now, and they're not finished yet. One more Devil Lucas back, and here's a big Sejuani ult that did so much damage. Granny Spanner is here, but only to collect his honorary plate. Going to lose a little bit in bot lane for this rotation, but it's just weird fights from GGEL over and over again. I think a little bit of over-aggression for Duke Jamming as well, maybe.
I relate to it though. Gotta go for those kills.
Rek'Sai re-engage there was really, really weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step off this Herald for now. Don't knock how much the Kai'Sa got on her own in this bot lane. 2 plates, a couple of waves. Gold lead in bot lane now sitting at about 800. 300 gold bounty on the strings as well. And Spores is caught out yet again. Gonna be able to use that ult, but it's not going to be enough. Keeps her alive.
Why are you there? I don't understand why you're there.
Weird. And it's not only her either. It just keeps happening. It's constantly.
It's not like she has It's not like she has nothing on the map. You know, there's a Drake to play for in the bot lane. All of her camp spot, I believe.
That is going to be Herald, and the second objective, the neutral objective of the game, over to Stellaron, who are now in a pole position.
Yeah.
So far ahead.
I'm not totally sure how they're gonna deal with this Sejuani, to be honest. I feel like that this front line is incredibly strong.
Leslie's here for Enix. Solar Flare. Not going to be able to find anything, unfortunately, for GGEL. The Radiant Virtue already for the Sejuani. She is going to be so unkillable. You don't really have any tank busters on GGEL.
No, you don't.
Pretty much
with Rek'Sai with Black Cleaver will hopefully make Kai'Sa able to do damage, but
team is built to deal with squishy range champs. They don't have anything for this Sejuani.
And I feel like if they have the focus Sejuani, then they're going to kill the Renekton.
Yeah, the Drake
is
up.
Renekton, then they're going to kill Sejuani.
Only has his eyes on mid lane. Has that ult available, but not going to be using that onto this Kai'Sa. But
Herald drop gives them infinite pressure in mid lane to move the dragon there. Cut Rek'Sai on the opposite side of the map. I don't think it's going to be contested.
Got a lot of DPS for this as well. Also with that shock blast, trying to go in, and it's a big TP coming out here for Juicy Boy Jamie. Stellaron trying to back off. And I think this might just be a Drake for GGEL. It's a very big engagement.
Maybe we'll see a re-engage here.
Engage of their own, it's a huge slicing maelstrom. Dooku Jamming going to be able to use that ultimate just to get away. Momo doesn't get the Drake, it's stolen by the cannon. And all of a sudden, Juicy Boy Jamie, again, he's doing it every single game, week in, week out. He turns these fights so easily. A really big slicing maelstrom. I feel like Stellaron were maybe gave that up a little bit too easily once they saw the TP.
I think so as well.
Yeah, I don't think they just kind of all backed up into that one choke, which is a
maybe they wanted to back off. Maybe they thought it wasn't a good fight, which is fine. But then the re-engage was what really killed them.
Really weird. It's just a lot of really weird decisions. But I mean,
doesn't put them out of the game by any means.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just swung a lot more back in favor of GGEL.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, this Jinx is very, very strong. It's going to be very, very strong. Momo Devil Luke is here, and the flash forward. Going to have land both charges of that W. And he's locked up the Sejuani ult as well. It's 2 flashes in trade for the flash and the death of Oswald. And it's another kill onto Renekton. And Wesley's going to go in here. Jimmy Chang finds himself under a lot of trouble under his tower. And he's going to use the Shrew Shovel to get away. Picks up 1 kill in return. But is going to fall. And it's a full wave in for the Kai'Sa as well. I think that's majorly beneficial for GGEL.
Yeah.
Gardevoir might find himself in a little bit of trouble here. A really good reactive Q to get that Rek'Sai away from him.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I think this turret dies here. Not totally sure.
It does indeed, because Mummy Luke is shadowing him in top lane. And he's going to give
Rek'Sai-
up. I think he could have
Rek'Sai-
just taken it. Oh, she was there actually. Yeah, no, she was there. But Stellaron investing a lot into this topside invade. I'm not sure exactly what they're looking for here. Spores is going straight on
Looking for
teammates. 2
trade.
levels down, almost 1v1ing this Renekton. But Cannon
They're going
is here.
further, but Stellaron.
Slice of Maelstrom is available, and he's going to use that, and he's going to jump straight in, only hitting Momo. Definitely the chase dive straight on top of Granny Spider. He's been left completely alone by his team, and he's going to fall. He's going to get here with the dominance. It's the big kill onto West at the end, and Spores is going to try and get away. Oswald dishing out tons of damage. Slightly small already jumping straight onto the outside of this fight. He's going to use everything in his power to get him away, but it's a fantastically played fight from Oswald and from GGEL. It's a 3-for-1. All kills going onto this Jace, and he is completely online now. And it's going to be such a problem. Slightly smaller array gets himself caught out here. I don't know if Sejuani has the damage to finish him off. At least still on cooldown. They're going to go back in. Spores is here. The Q is not going to land. Did have that ult available, but the Sejuani ult is going to completely whiff.
I don't know. Well, why were they in Rek'Sai's blue?
Yeah, it's really weird.
And then Jinx was left essentially backlined by
just
herself.
just completely abandoned by her team.
Well, I mean, Jace played the fight very well.
He did. You can't take credit away, but it's just so many weird things happening. So much, Stellaron just spending so much like time on the map in just big groups of 4 or 5 constantly. You know, it's something that happens in this game. It's weird. It's the best thing, but it is just really weird. It's a Luton's Tempest though for Duke jamming. A lot of different mythic options you can go with on his ear. Spores looking for Enix, but he is away at the races. And gonna look towards the strike. Up in about 50 seconds now. And Juicy Boy Jamie walks straight into Momo Deviluke. He's gonna go in with the slicing metal shot. So much damage on the Duke jamming. His only Zaragoza as well comes out. And the Renata ult to keep away his team from saving it. The Shrine is 4 as well. Westy is going to get combat that slow, and Momo Deviluke is big engage. Falling so low already. It's going to be a big kill. First for Gardevoir picks up both of these kills. And Duke jamming diving in, and he's going to fall immediately. The Shurima Shuffle, too much to deal with. When the Rek'Sai goes unstoppable in that ult, Oswald diving behind Enix's tower has to use that dominance to stay alive. 3 kills for 1 in favor of Stellaron here. Both of those kills unfortunately going onto Gardevoir at the start of that fight. They're going to look towards Oswald in the top lane, but that dragon is up in 1 second. He's going to be able to back, and I think they're just going to take this for free. TP is available for both Oswald and Kennen. Oswald and Jimmy, excuse me. But yeah, it's just it's I think if those 2 kills went onto the Jinx, this game would look a lot better.
This looks like a solo queue game. I don't know if anyone gets what I mean.
No, I understand that completely. It literally does. It's just complete chaos. I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it.
Yeah,
Traded for that dragon as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but its second Rift Herald doesn't mean nearly as much as first Rift Herald. Yeah, I mean, a winning fight for Stellaron, Duke of Jamming.
This
I feel like
this Renekton, it's Gore Drinker into Gargoyles. He did this against us as well. I really like it, you know. It looks like, if you said this to me, I would assume you were griefing, but in practice it looks good when I watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd prefer the Shojin, but I mean, regardless, he's
Phoenix.
put out
A lot of
here.
trouble here. Spores has found him, and wow, so much damage from those two lethality champs. But Spores gonna pick up the kill in the end. Not too much invested in that bot lane. Oswald starting to run away with it a little bit. Very, very close to finishing off that Manamune. Gonna contest Momo Deviluke on his Gromp here. A little bit of poke from both sides in mid lane. You know, once both objectives are down, it's not really much to fight over, so we kind of return to this generally neutral state where just both teams contest and push their waves. I'm going to keep casting for about 2 minutes, and I'll be back.
Okay, I've got freedom. Not loads to say about the game right now, though, overall. Seeing an engage from Duke of Jamming, Emperor's Divide goes very wide. Tried his best. Herald dropped. They're gonna look to break open the base here. The UNL comes onto the in the back line. Damn it! Oh, an insane disengage from Gardevoir, an amazing ult. The Luna engages in onto Momo Deviluke, forced to flash away instantly. The ult gets the slicing Maelstrom onto the Jinx and the Renata in the back line. But the Rekennen falls for it. Slightly smaller array almost killed here. Spores trying to kill Sejuani, but the Renata W saves him. The Jade's caught out between 3 people. Slightly smaller array maybe gonna die here. Duke of Jamming is certainly looking forward. The W comes forward, the EQ comes forward. Oh my god, the burst inside small array. There's a quadra kill right there. Renekton's gonna be looking to finish it off here. Chasing.
Why have I returned to a crocodile chasing a young lady and all other 8 players in the game are dead?
Yeah, Kai's just got a quadra kill, and Renekton's trying his best to... What? They put some Looney Tunes music on top of this.
The Dominus is back up for that kill. But yeah, it's... I don't know what happened, you're gonna have to take me through this, but
basically... Herald got dropped, Westy went for possibly the most ambitious engage of the 21st century. Then Kennen followed and ulted and killed Jinx, and then Renata ulted, and then Kai'Sa randomly had 4 kills. I don't really know what to say.
Understandable. So regardless, returning to double casting again, not just you on your own. I understand that might be very hard for you. But Spores almost finding herself caught out in the enemy jungle again.
A trend.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, if you look at the way the map looks at the moment, Baron is up, but there's also Dragon in about 50 seconds, and objectives, or at least dragons, are in favor of Stellaron at the moment. But that is there's a very, I mean, there's just, the gold is it looks, you know, the Jinx had these 4 kills, and since then she's just not really been able to pick up much, like at all.
Yeah, I think we're really just seeing how bad of a champ Jinx is this game.
Really, yeah, really. But Enix gonna find himself caught out. Slicing Maelstrom is gonna come out. Dominus and the Gore Drinker combo gonna keep him alive for just a little bit longer. The Gargoyle Stone play as well. Gonna stun Spores just behind him. And the Rek'Sai ult is going to be enough in the end to finish it off. Just have to use that flash, but it's a big engage. And West is going to find himself caught out yet again. Granny Spanner, the recipient of that 300 gold, going to set their sights onto this dragon. They know that both top and jungle are topside, and it's going to be another 3 objectives for Stellaron.
Yeah, it was
going to get caught out by the Void Seeker, and the flash forward. The second Void Seeker is not going to land, but that is most definitely the end of Duke of Jamming. The flash and the Shreem Shuffle used, but it's not going to be enough. Slightly smaller array. He's going to be traded here in return. Granny Spanner, likely the recipient of another 300 gold. There it is. Oswald getting a lot on this bot side. shot glass looking to take away that blue buff, but I'm not going to do that.
I just don't really know what I'm watching right now, man. This has been one of the most uncoordinated, strangest games of UNL I've ever seen. I feel like I'm watching a silver solo duo game.
I think it looks to be quite favoured for Stellaron though.
Yeah, I mean we've got the solo win con to play for in a few minutes.
They're trying to catch out EH2, keep that flash get away. It's happened 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the same thing!
It's so engaging, and it's gonna work, and also in sports, you actually have to flash away. That looked really, really bad for a second, but in the end it turns out good, and it's probably going to be 2 for kills there. Also, it's going to turn back, but caught out by Gardevoir. Having a fantastic at Gardevoir, and the Shroom Shovel's going to send Jamie back into the tower. The exhaust going to completely negate his damage, and it's a big, good advantage here for Stellaron. The bot lane pushing in that mid tower, but a lot of gold picked up in Stellaron here. That Jinx is so strong, but she has to start dishing out damage now.
I mean, despite all of this, GGL have actually put themselves ahead in gold. Largely because of the outer turrets. There's been taken both mid and top lane. They're both worth around 1k gold. That accounts for the gold difference. We're seeing Stellaron looking for Baron here, which makes sense. Juicy Boy Jamie and Oswald both dead without teleport. They're not going to get there in time before it dies. They're going to have to look for a steal here.
Sport is looking from over the wall. That cube does give vision of it, but Momo Deviluke gonna jump.
Wait, Momo Deviluke went over the wall. Hang on a second.
He doesn't have
what's going on here? Rek'Sai forced it here.
And the dragon is going to go to Stellaron. GL quickly trying to get out, but the boulders just not got enough range on it. It's a big dive in from Tiny Smaller. There's a Shreema shuffle over the wall, and Grinding Spanner is dead. And also as well being good too. That's a big slice of Melchor. Momo Deviluke's gonna fall as well. It's 3 Baron buffs gone right after taking it. It's an absolute disaster for Stellaron. Finally, when you were getting back this gold lead, they've just thrown it away.
What the fuck is looking? Okay. So what's confusing me right now, right, is I think they would have been completely fine if Sejuani had just killed the Baron. I think they had to 50-50 it, because what ended up happening is they ended up stalling the Baron for so long because they were like playing around the steal that Oswald and Juicy Boy Jamie were both able to get there with their most important people on their team, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so the fight was just, it was so cursed, and then they just, I don't know, I'm not. It was well played from GGL though, I've got to say. They punished it very well.
Gold is now 100% even. So yeah, it's I think overall slightly beneficial for Stellaron. The 3 kills in exchange for Baron. Still have that buff available, and I think we're not we're next in. Yeah, it is them. But they're finding themselves in no man's land again. Whatever. Taking a lot of poke damage from the shock blast and the Void Seeker. Just so, but the Kaisa now with Nashor's too does have that W upgrade. The Void Seekers are just constantly taking damage, and it's a theme of this team comp. Tiny Spanner, without even interacting, has been brought down to half HP. Passive now back up from Momo Deviluke. This is going to be a big fight over this dragon. Neither team able to go in just yet. Just dancing around this river. And it's going to be the big engage here. Let's go with the solar flare, and we're not overfull as well. But Jamie's going to find himself 1 HP right at the start of the fight. It's such a good fight for Stellaron, and it's over as quickly as it started. The slightly smaller range just have to use that killer instinct and the flash ticket out for Phoenix. says no, and the Shreeman Shuffle to finish off an ace. Amazing
Really well
ace
played.
for Stellaron.
Really well played by Stellaron there. Incredible Renata ult. And you could, I mean, yeah, I mean...
I think Gardevoir has been unbelievable this game. My MVP.
Yeah,
by a
yeah,
country
yeah.
mile.
Like, definitely some well played fights.
Now. Now it gets interesting. It's a Stellaron win.
Well, I back Stellaron from this point onwards.